started my plant-based journey March of 2022. And before this time of me, starting my plant-based journey, I suffer from what they call depression. And around this time, I had hard trouble just getting out of bed. Mentally, I wasn't in the right space. Even had hard time, taking showers. Had hard times truly staying focused. My moods would be up and down. I would have times where I'm just, feeling good, feeling happy. Then all of a sudden, I'm struck with these feelings of sadness or, feeling down. But when I allowed myself to transition into that plant-based lifestyle, which I started off vegetarian before I got into the raw side of things, and now fruitarian. I seen a major change when it comes to my mental health, and when it comes to the way that I process and deal with things. Way more lighter, way more just in tune with myself. There just were points where mentally I was feeling down. I was very fogged. Couldn't make very, sound decisions. And of course I had factors in my life dealing with, certain situations that I also had to heal from. But that feeling of that depression and that overwhelming energy made it harder for me to deal with those issues, for me to process those issues. Dealing with that depression, there were things that I turned to in terms of food, which you would call comfort food. So I found myself eating a lot of pastas and eating a lot of sweets because it was comforting to me. It was comfort. Even burgers, but mostly it was the pasta. The pasta is what I turned to a lot of the times because it made me feel good. It made me feel better in that moment. But then after the fact, I'm back feeling down by the heaviness of the pasta, the heaviness of the burgers, all that yeast, which was just building, up in my stomach, my gut, making it harder on my gut, which is now affecting my mental health even more because your gut is your first brain. So your gut sends those signals to your brain. So now I'm filling up my stomach with all this processed food and all this, processed sugars, etc., that is now making it harder for me to be able to cope with what I'm already, dealing with. So I did start my journey with being vegetarian March of 2022, and then I transitioned to vegan June 2023, then raw vegan November 2023, and most recently I chose to just, go ahead and transition into that fruitarian, fruit-based, lifestyle, which is very effective and essential for our makeup and our DNA makeup that helps us to continue to withstand optimum health. Fruit is very good on the digestive system, very easy to digest. It holds a lot of, energy, high instruments of energy, more than your vegetables, your nuts, and your seeds. And the main thing that I can say, especially once I transitioned into that raw vegan lifestyle, is so much mental clarity. so much peace within myself because my guts is not inflamed so much as it was when I was eating unhealthy. I was eating so much processed foods, which again affected my mental health in a way. Because now I'm not thinking clearly. Now I'm not making sound decisions. Now I'm angry. When your gut is filled with basically poop, because you're so inflamed, you're so backed up, your body's not digesting properly, you're not having those bowel movements like you should, it adds on to that anger, it adds on to those negative thoughts and those bad decisions, because you can't think properly because your gut is not doing what it needs to do. It can't release the way that it needs to. So I can just say that transition to a plant-based lifestyle was one of the best things. And it allowed me to be able to process the things that I was and have gone through in my life with more clarity, with more direction. It made it easier for me. If there's one thing that I can truly suggest for someone to do, for someone to, truly look into and start focusing on, is better health, whole plant-based health, because it will make such a dramatic difference in your life, physically, mentally, emotionally, even spiritually. It can and will truly help you to be put in a better position in your life.